Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the top of the Bleachers. We are live on September the 24th, 2024. Today's show, we're going to break down some of the NFL games that we saw over the weekend and what we thought about each game. Just kind of our view from the top of the Bleachers, you might say. Before we do, though, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for us. We really appreciate that. Tuck, what's up, my man? Happy Tuesday. Almost said Wednesday. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, today's my Monday. I got to go back to work. I have Sundays and Mondays off, so I had to go back to work today. Yay. Yay.
Fun.
And then I made it through the spring and the summer pretty well, but I have this fall has hit and it has started messing with you can tell my voice is a little bit raspy and I have these coughing fits. So I'm going to use this little mute button every once in a while. And if I just looks like I'm dying over here, but you can't hear nothing. It's okay.
Okay. All right. No worries. You sound a little husky.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's in my throat, whatever it is. I mowed the lawn 2 days ago and then I weed eated yesterday, and it's been like this ever since. Which is really crazy because usually spring is what tears me up. And this year spring didn't bother me at all. But man, fall is killing me.
I got you. I had to work early last night, so I was up all night and worked into the morning pretty late, almost I think till noon actually. It was like probably 10, 12-hour day. And then took a short nap, and now we're hanging out doing this, man. What's up? What's up?
You need to get more sleep, man. You need more sleep.
I sleep in naps, man. I'll take another nap later and then another one later. So I come, I fall asleep trying to watch stuff sometimes.
Sometimes.
Anytime I turn on the TV, I'm like,
you can't watch a movie with him. It's impossible.
Yeah. I don't know. You take me to the
I've
theater, I'm all right.
I actually have taken him to the theater before and had the lady behind me tap me and ask me to wake him up because he was snoring.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always had these late night jobs. I don't know why that is. I had a late night job at that time too. That's why I'd been up for like all night and all day.
I've had a few jobs where I had to get up at like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, stuff like that. I didn't mind it too much. It's hard on your days off. It's hard to get anything done because your sleep schedule is so weird,
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna go mow your lawn at 3 o'clock in the morning, which I don't think your neighbors would particularly like.
No. I've got 3 things on my list for this week, and I'm it's Tuesday, and I haven't done one of them yet. I need to get one of them done today, so I gotta get.
Well, do you count Sunday as the beginning of the week, or is Monday the beginning of the week?
I usually count Monday. Yeah,
Okay.
Monday.
I know a lot of people count Sunday as the first day of the week, and to me, and even when you look at a calendar, it is like supposedly the first day of the week or whatever. But to me, it's Tuesday. Tuesday is the first day of the week because I go back to work on Tuesdays.
I gotcha. Well, I didn't see too much breaking news except for this Hugh Freeze stuff. Did you see this? Did you see what Hugh Freeze said?
Yeah, I saw what he said. Go ahead, educate the people. Tell me what Hugh Freeze said.
Well, yesterday or whatever, he threw his quarterback and whole team up under the bus, basically. Yeah. And then today he said that he's very disappointed about this Arkansas game, and if they was to play 9 times, they would win that game 9 times out of 9.
But not 9 times, but not 10 times out of 10. Apparently
not 10, but 9.
I think Hugh Freeze is delusional. I think he's about to lose his job, and he's grasping for anything to try and either keep his job or get bought out so he can get the heck up out of there. And there are some things you don't say during a press conference, and putting a little saying in front of it, like I love Sam Pittman. That doesn't make what you're about to say right. That's like when you say, "Hey, I'm not a racist," but okay, whatever comes out of your mouth next is a racist statement. You don't need to make
Yeah.
it. Okay,
How he started was a no disrespect.
no disrespect. Yeah, as soon as you
Uh,
say that, you're about to
yeah.
disrespect somebody.
Yeah.
Hey, big, no disrespect, but your nose is huge.
I know. Oh, thanks for pointing that out.
It's just
Um,
it's something that the man's probably close to his 60s. If he's not in his 60s, he's been coaching for over 30 years in football. By now he should have these things figured out, what he can say and what he can't say. And that makes me think that he says some of this stuff on purpose, either grasping for his job or trying to get bought out so he can go somewhere else.
something.
And there's
Attention.
some other college out there that'll pick him up because they're idiots.
The
You
thing
know,
is, too, man, they've gotten a lot of really big recruits lately too, and I'm just like, man, why? I don't understand why these guys want to go play for him right now. I feel like that's going to change sometime soon too.
Probably the money. I imagine it's their Neil money. They're probably got a lot of Neil
Uh,
money, and he's spreading it around. I imagine.
yeah,
I mean, that's how you get top recruits nowadays. Is you give them money.
yeah.
It
I guess
used to
it don't
be
matter.
you when I was younger. That was against the rules. Now it's like part of the rules. You have to give them money.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's negotiated by player apparently, but yeah, they pay the good players to come, and they come. So that's how it works. Anyway, enough on Hugh Freeze. Any other breaking news you want to talk about before we jump into this NFL stuff?
Mm. No, no, I didn't really. I got home and took a nap, so I haven't really watched any. Haven't kept up with anything going on today. So there's probably some big, huge story going on that you and I don't even know about.
There you go. Dale says it's been that way for a while, but he's talking about the Neil thing, the money.
It's been that way since SMU. What are you talking about? Back when SMU got the death penalty, we were paying kids then. You just had to
Oh
be
yeah,
more. You had to be more covert about it. You know, like
sometimes.
we'll get you this job at this radio station, and
Yeah,
you don't ever have to go to it. And here's $400,000. You know,
yeah, yeah. Every time they walk by, somebody hands them some money and
yeah.
envelope. Yeah. Let's see. Did y'all enjoy the LSU versus LSU Monday Night Football game? LSU won.
LSU won. Yeah, they did.
They did. They did.
I was this the Cincinnati Bengals cannot catch a break. I mean, they have
Mhm.
played well. They played like crap their first game, but now they have played two decent games, and the team that they play has just played better. And Washington, holy crap, where'd this game come from that Daniels had? What I think he
I
ended
know.
up like 23 to 26 or something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, I
The
forget what it
kid,
was, but yeah, he had a good
the
night.
the kid dropping dimes everywhere. Does he have to go up against another LSU alum before he's going to get that jacked up to play?
I guess Monday Night Football, big deal, you know.
Man, and I
Yeah,
don't
he had a
like.
good game.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't like
crazy.
this whole. Oh, I can't remember who was doing the game. Who was doing the game?
Who was
Was it
calling the
eight?
game?
Yeah, was it Aikman and Buck? No, it wasn't.
That was one. Aikman was doing one of them.
Anyway,
There was two games going on. Yeah. Um.
the other
Well,
game going on sucked, so I stayed on the Cincinnati game.
yeah, dude. This whole week, man, it's like I just had a horrible week, bro. I had a horrible week. I went 7-9.
That gum. How'd we do in the pick'em?
You went 8-8.
How'd we do in the pick'em?
I don't know. Let's go look and see. Let's see here. Does it tell me?
Riveting, riveting show.
Yeah. This is I need to ask Dale about this. I don't know. Oh wait, this is the wrong week. Hang on. Oh gosh.
I help if you did the right week.
Yeah. I don't know how to look at this stuff. That's the problem.
All right.
Overall, well, I don't know how. I don't know. It's not updated. Hmm. I don't know. I have to ask Dale about that one. Go to Yahoo and share your screen. That sounds dangerous.
What you got on your screen?
Uh, I don't know.
Let's you want to go through these ball games?
Yeah, let's do that. So we'll start with the Thursday night game.
Okay.
We had the Patriots at the Jets. I know we talked about this a little bit already, so not much to say really. Aaron Rodgers got a win finally. Got some wins under his belt now, two of them now. Had a decent game, a couple touchdowns. I really like that Allen kid, the running back for the Jets. Did you see him?
Mm-hmm.
He looks really good. I like him. I like him a lot, actually.
My
Anything to
only
say about
com
that one?
my only comment on that is Aaron looks old. He just looks old.
He does
Like
look old, man.
it looks like his helmet don't fit him. I don't. Somebody needs to check his helmet because it looked like his helmet don't fit him.
Yeah, he looks old, man. I was kind of surprised. Thought I had the Patriots pick to win because I thought they were gonna play solid football, and they did not. So, all right, let's move on to Sunday where the games got good here, man. All right, New York Giants at the Cleveland Browns. Didn't see
Man,
this one coming.
dude, if I was a Browns fan, I don't I don't know. Maybe I'd see if like New York would trade me Daniel Jones for Deshaun Watson. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. That
Mm,
I can't believe the Giants beat them. That neighbor's kid is good though. The neighbor's kid is really good. Um,
yeah.
and
Yeah. He is.
Jones had a decent game,
He
which was
he has.
surprising. It was surprising because I really thought that with the Browns pass rush that he would be sitting on his butt all day or he'd be running for his life or all that. But he
Yeah.
actually had a decent ball game.
Yeah. He had some really good throws I saw. And also that neighbor's kid dude had some awesome catches.
Dude, that kid is he needs to be a cowboy. We need to figure out how to become a cowboy.
Well, the Giants finally get a win. Again, another game I lost because
I th- I think everybody but New York Giant fans lost that one. I wouldn't feel too bad about it.
probably. Yeah, we know another LSU guy. They're everywhere in the NFL.
Yeah, they're like
Um,
cockroaches.
let's see here. Then we had the Packers at the Titans. This was Will Levis seemed to really struggle on this one. He's pretty efficient, like as far as his stats go and stuff, but seemed like he struggled, didn't you?
Not Will Levis.
Not
It was
Levis.
no, it was Malik Willis, wasn't it?
Well, he struggled too when he was in there, but let's see what
Yeah,
the
I mean
box score is.
30-14, you did it without Love. I think the real story is Malik Willis. Levitz just did what he always did. He tried real hard and failed. Uh, I
Yeah,
I feel bad for the kid because he's actually really talented, but he just can't seem to. I don't know. He can't seem to get over the hump, or he can't seem to make it work.
yeah,
It might be a whole Sam Darnold situation. Sam Darnold was with a
yeah,
couple of different teams and nobody liked him, and he shows up at the Vikings and he's setting the world on fire.
yeah. Well, I mean, Packers only threw it 19 times.
Well, they didn't have a quarterback. How many times would you have thrown it?
True. I mean, he had 6 carries for 73 yards. So I mean, dadgum. It sounded like they should have ran him more, but I'm sure he was most of that was scrambling, probably. I'm sure, but yeah, that seems like I don't know, man. I don't know why
I
they would
mean,
want.
He ended up 13 and 19. He still ended up with 202 yards and one TD. That's not too bad on just 13 completions.
Yeah.
Uh,
No,
Levitt's
I
in
mean,
throwing it 34 times, and he only ends up with 260 yards. I mean, he didn't
yeah,
do that much better throwing it twice as much.
2 interceptions though. Mm,
Here's Tennessee's problem, if you ask me. Tony Pollard had 6 carries for 14 yards. You
yeah,
know, I mean,
not
I
much
feel
of a
like
run game there. They only
yeah,
had
I feel
30 yards
yeah,
total as a team.
yeah, I feel like you gotta run it a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I agree. Doesn't look like they had the ball much, probably.
Well, it looks like yeah,
See
that's
time of
probably true.
possession.
I don't know time of possession.
I don't see that on here as a stat, but
First downs, total yards, first downs. I
yeah.
mean, Tennessee. Oh, time of possession. Green Bay had it 32 minutes. Tennessee had it 27 minutes. That's not that bad, man. It's
Wow.
not. It's
Wow.
not that bad.
Well,
Uh,
Green Bay
Tennessee.
ran the ball a lot more.
Here's what killed Tennessee: 3 turnovers to Green Bay's 0 turnovers.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that, man.
Mm. Well, Packers get the dub, and I think Love's on the men. Should be back soon. I thought he might be back this week, but
Yeah,
uh, yeah,
I
so
think I saw he was in practice last week. I thought he might actually play this week, but he did not.
yeah. And then we got Bears at the Colts. The Battle of the Young Guns, and Chicago come back and made a game of it in the end, but the Colts are pretty in control, at least the
They
first half for sure.
they pulled the Cowboys. They tried to they waited way too late to actually do something, and it's like you can't wait till there's 5 minutes left in the ball game before you start playing football. You know,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we'll talk about that later, but you got to play with the same intensity from beginning of the game to the end of the game. You know,
yeah, yeah. Well, Caleb, he threw it 52 times. My goodness,
yeah,
that's a lot.
that is a lot. Even in the NFL, that's a lot.
That is a lot of attempts. So
And he only
anyway,
went and he only went 33 of 52,
yeah,
two
oh,
TDs, 2 interceptions. And
yeah,
then on the other side, Anthony Richardson throws it 20 times, goes 50%, 10 of 20, and he gets 2 interceptions. I mean,
yeah,
this was pretty much a game of who didn't want to win it better, or who what how am I trying to say this? Nobody wanted to win this ball game is what it looked
uh,
like.
yeah. Who wants to lose more?
Who wants to lose more? That's what I was kind of trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Bears Bears
It,
controlled time of possession by 10 minutes more, but I mean that's really not that much.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor had a decent game. He broke 100 yards, a couple touchdowns. I mean, that was the difference in the game. Looks like to me, stat wise, looks like he had a good game. But yeah, I actually picked the Colts to win in that one. So woohoo! I finally got a win. Not very many of them this week. It was a rough week. Um, let's see. Then we had Texans at the Vikings. Vikes, man. Wow.
Dude, Sam Darnold. Who knew? Who knew that
Yeah,
all he needed was a change of scenery and somebody to actually believe in him,
I don't know, man. 4
And
touchdowns.
made the Texans look bad for the first time this year, man. Texans did not look good in this ball game at all.
Mm, they did
Uh,
not. They struggle.
Stroud goes 20 of 31. Darnold went 17 of 28, which ain't that great. He only had 181 yards passing. He had 4 touchdowns.
4
Okay.
TDs. That's where it
Four
counts.
four TDs, but only 108. You figure with 4 TDs, you'd have at least 300 yards passing.
The
At
more
least.
important stat too is 0 interceptions.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
don't be turning the ball over.
Zero
Very
turnovers, period. They didn't have any
yeah,
fumbles. They didn't have, no mess ups on
yeah,
You want to, this game right here, time of possession, Texans had it 30 minutes and 42 seconds. So that means the Vikings had it 29 minutes, 18 seconds,
Yeah.
almost identical as far as time of possession.
You can tell Houston really missed Mixon this week because they didn't have any kind of rush game at all.
Yeah,
38 yards as a team. Yeah, that's horrible.
that's pretty
So they
bad.
really
Yeah.
missed him this week. So
Well,
kudos to the Vikings though.
yeah,
3-0. Oh,
3-0.
Diggs. Yeah, Diggs still had 10 catches still. Then we got sorry, Dale. Eagles at the Saints. This
Yeah,
seemed like an ugly game. It seemed like.
this was a defensive ball game, man. This was just straight up beating the crap out of each other is what they did for the whole ball game. They just beat the crap out of each other.
Yep.
Eagles overcome 2 turnovers. Saints turned it over one time too. It's just like those people from Louisiana, though. I give them a little bit of faith. I decide to pick them, and what do? They screw me every time.
Well, it was. I mean, Barkley had two scores in the fourth quarter. I think it was. Ran for 147 yards. I mean, he was just a difference maker. Kamara, he's 26 rushes for 87 yards. Card hit
That's
wasn't
what you
very
call
efficient. He was barely 50%.
that's what you call running into a wall, man. That is what you call running into a wall. When you run it 26 times and you can't even get 100 yards, you are working your tail off.
Yeah.
And a couple of those were tackles for losses because I saw him get tackled behind the line a couple times.
Yeah. Well, man, I think I picked the Saints in that one as well. That one hurts my feelings.
Can't trust them, man. Can't trust them.
Yeah.
Every time I pick Derek Carr, what's he do to me, man? What's he do?
Yeah. We should have Dale on to talk about that one. Some the Saints. I saw they do a show after show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we couldn't do an after show of the Cowboys game. Not their last 2 ball games, anyway. We couldn't do an after show.
You have to be adult only.
Yeah. Because the worse they lose, the more I drink. So by the time that ball game was over, I was pretty well soused.
Okay, let me look at that later.
What we got?
Pull my thing back up here. Chargers at the Steelers. Steelers 3-0, baby.
Man, there's 4 3-0 teams in the NFL right now, and the Steelers are one of them. Now, would they been one of the teams you would have picked at the beginning of the year to be 3-0?
I don't think so, but at the same time, you know, they got that. They're good defense, man. They're always good on defense.
Mike Tomlin is a 1 in a million coach. And the day they let that guy go, if the Cowboys don't go and snatch him up, they are idiotic.
Yeah. I'm trying to find their schedule. Hang on. Where I can't.
Herbert only goes 12 for 18, and I think he left with an injury, that high ankle sprain. I think he ended up leaving.
Okay.
Fields, man, goes 25 for 32 for 245 yards. Throws a TD and an interception.
Yep. Yeah, the run game again, Pittsburgh, run and play defense. That's what they do, man. That's what Pittsburgh does.
Yep.
And that's how they're winning.
I mean, they threw the ball 32 times. That's actually quite a bit for the Steelers.
They didn't average a lot of yards on the ground. 31 carries, 114 yards, but they didn't break 100 yards. But
they did dominate. They did dominate time of possession, though. They had the ball 33 minutes, almost 34 minutes. So
Chargers, looks like Chargers couldn't really get their going.
No, and then once Herbert, he got sacked one time, and he has that high ankle sprain, and he left, and I don't think he came back, and it was pretty much ball game over.
Gotcha. Yeah. Steelers, man, they got the right combination of things: defense and running game.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna see, man. About Russell. Russell going to come back, or are we going to keep Fields? I mean, we're 3-0. What are we going to do? You know,
No, Russell ain't seeing the field unless Fields gets hurt. That's the only way Russell gets back on the field.
might be. Well, speaking of Russell, his old team, Denver at Tampa Bay.
Yeah, this
Tampa,
one was a shocker, man. This one was a
Tampa Bay.
real shocker. They did not play well.
The heck, Tampa Bay.
Um, Baker goes 25 of 33 for only 163 yards, so a bunch of short passes, TD, and an interception. Bo
Mm-hmm.
Nix, though, goes 25 of 36 for 216. Did not throw a touchdown, though. I think he ran for one, but he did not throw.
Yeah, no interceptions and no sacks though, man. That's
Yeah.
that's much better, much improved, much
Yeah.
improvement.
And Tampa Bay turned the ball over to Denver's one one time.
Yeah, this was a tough game because I had Tampa picked in this one, and
Oh, I was
man,
believing. I was believing, man.
yeah.
I had me a baker's dozen going. I thought we was gonna win it all, baby.
I just Denver was playing so bad, and Tampa was playing so good, and then now they flip flop. It seemed like that was this storyline for each game this week. Seemed like,
I've told you, I don't know how many times, the first 5 weeks of the NFL football season are the hardest weeks to pick because there are so many Jekyll and Hydes out there. You don't know.
yeah,
You still don't know who the best teams are. I mean, the
yeah,
Chiefs. The Chiefs
yeah.
are probably one of the best because they got the refs. But other than that, who?
Yeah, the ones you would think, like the Ravens and Cowboys and Dolphins, are all like 1 and 2, or
Mhm.
and yeah, it's not it's not playing out like we thought it would, which is
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. I'm interested to see where it goes. Um, let's see. And we had Carolina. Here we go. Carolina at the Raiders.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
Okay. I actually made fun of this situation when we were talking about this game, and I was like, they're trying to dress up a turd. You can't dress up a turd, you know. And then Andy Dalton goes out there, and what's he do? He makes that turd look like a diamond ring. It, I don't know how he did it. I should have had more faith in Andy Dalton, but
hmm,
he did a good job, man. Had 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. He's man.
yeah.
I'm
He had a
happy
good
for him.
game. Yeah, and then Chuba ran the ball well too, ran for 100 yards. And then I saw after the game, Antonio Pierce for the Raiders, he's their head coach. Did you see what he said?
I do
He said
remember some. Yeah,
we had some guys that made some business decisions, so we're going to be making some business decisions. So see what happens on the depth chart in the next game, because that sound like he had some guys quit. So
that is kind of what it sounds like.
hmm so anyway, Raiders lose. Panthers get their first win. Poor Bryce.
Poor Bryce, man. He's got to feel
Yeah,
terrible, doesn't he?
yeah. I mean, that's gotta hurt your ego. you know,
Well,
you try so hard to win, and then Andy jumps in there and just makes it look easy. You know what I mean?
maybe they should have taken the approach with Bryce the way that they did with they're doing with Drake May this year and brought in a veteran to put in front of him to start off. You know, they are so eager to throw these kids out there and let them start because I don't know. I don't know why they're so eager to do it. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong with sitting around for a year, maybe two, and learning your craft.
yeah, I agree. Oops, I lost my screen. All right, man. And then we got Miami at Seattle, and by golly, Miami better hope Dan Marino comes out of retirement because the quarterback situation is desperate. I feel bad. Uh,
Did you watch the clip that I sent you in the text messages of the Dolphin fan who is
uh,
just, I mean, he is just irate that they're calling this guy a genius. He's like, it's the run and shoot. It's been around forever. He's not a genius. It cracks me up, dude. Cracks me up.
it's funny. Yeah, Miami, they struggled. They struggled offensively for sure. No hardly
Well,
run game. Only
I
140
was
yards passing.
I was really impressed with Miami at the beginning of the year because they had all the speed and everything, but apparently they don't have much depth because once their
Mm.
quarterback went out, they're pretty much, I mean, that's it.
He's what made everything go, I guess.
Apparently,
They need a veteran QB as a backup, don't they? Instead of
yeah. Yeah, they need to go
Skylar
get them.
Thompson.
They need to go get an Andy Dalton. Is what they need to go get,
Yeah, they do.
or a Sam Darnold. You know,
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Not not. Well, I mean, I picked the Seahawks to win that game, but I mean, with Tua, it might have been a little closer. You know what I mean? They may have even won, but
I
Seahawks 3-0, man.
yeah, 3-0, one of the 3-0 teams. I think it's the Steelers, the Chiefs, the Seahawks, and the Vikings
Nope.
are your 4 3-0 teams right now.
Nice. Okay. Um. Yeah, man. I'm sorry to bring it up. Ravens at the Cowboys. Mm. They had a decent attempt at a comeback. Too little, too late.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And Baltimore rushed the ball for 274 yards, man.
Oh, we can't. We if I'm a team playing the Cowboys, we're running the ball every play because we are so soft up front, and it is so surprising too. Like we're getting
Mm.
blown off the ball 2-3 yards. Uh,
Mm.
um, there, it's
Yeah.
just it was pitiful, man. Micah Parsons wasn't even a factor in that ball game. Neither was Lawrence from the other side. The middle got eat up. The linebackers played like crap. The secondary played like crap. The whole defense needs to be taken out back and put to rest and bring in somebody else because that was terrible. That was
Well, they
terrible
changed.
effort. That was
Yeah.
after you just had a terrible effort in your last ball game. You come out and you, excuse my language, but you shit the bed again because that was just. And then with 4 minutes left, you decide to give some effort. I never wanted to kick my foot through a TV in my life. Like 4 minutes left, you're going to come out and give me effort. Why weren't you
Yeah.
giving me effort from the beginning of the ball game? Why didn't you take some pride in the fact that they drove it down there and stuck it in the end zone and made you look silly the very first? Anyway, the
Yeah.
I am not real happy with the defense. Offensively,
Well, they got rid of Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn's gone now.
Dan Quinn didn't take a dadgum snap last year. Okay,
No,
you're the
but
ones having.
he
They
he
were the
told him where
ones
to play
having.
though.
Yeah, well, I was sold a bill of goods. I told you this. I was sold a bill of goods. Zimmer was going to come in, and Zimmer was this guru that was going to fix everything. Of course, I've been told this 6-7 times, and every year they're wrong. This coach is going to come in and fix it. This coach is going to come in and fix it. This coach is going to come in and fix it.
Yeah.
The
I've
only
heard that
thing that's
before.
going to fix the Cowboys is if
Don't go on
okay.
no Jerry tirade.
I just needed a second. Just needed a second. Just
You
needed a
might want to
second.
hit that mute button for a second.
Offensively, we didn't play
Uh,
that well either. We kept sticking our defense right back out there. We couldn't get our offense going to get our defense a rest. So, okay, yeah, they might have been a little bit tired. They're professionals. I don't give a crap if you're tired. Go out there and do your job. This is why the NFL should be you should be paid by performance. At the end of the ball game, they ought to cut you your check and be like, "Oh, you did really good. Here's your check. Oh, you sucked today. Here's your check." Okay? Because if it was paid by performance, these guys would actually go out there and work their butt off. And you
yeah.
wouldn't have guys going to the sideline with turf toe. They'd be playing through injuries and stuff like I don't know, real men did back in the day. Okay. You ever
Yeah.
looked at Dan Hampton's hands? Every finger on Dan Hampton's hand points a different direction because the
Yeah.
man broke his fingers and kept playing. He taped them together and he'd go out there and play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something to say
I
about
am not.
toughness.
I'm not happy with the effort. I'm not happy with the effort at all.
Yep.
I'm not.
Well,
I'm not ready to jump off, like like Dak said, but I'm not ready to jump off. I'm still gonna root for them. I'm still gonna show up at the next ball game. They're gonna beat the G men. Oh my gosh, can we please beat the G men? Oh my gosh. If we don't beat the G men, oh,
it's gonna be a long season if that happens.
I may not talk about them again for the rest of the season. They lose to New York, and I may not talk about them again for the rest of the year. I'll let you talk about them, and I'll just sit here quietly. People can just watch my face turn red while you talk about them.
Oh man. It's gonna be all right, man. Like you said, it's early in the season still. We're fine.
Yeah.
Um
Mm.
all right, then we had 49ers at the Rams. Man, the Niners just cannot get over the hump here the last couple games. That's a team that's surprisingly 1-2.
Yeah, I heard McCaffrey is going to some specialist to see about his Achilles injury that he has, which I thought he had a calf injury. Now they're saying it's an Achilles, some sort of Achilles injury. He was going to see some specialist or something. That's something I saw on X. That could have all been lies. Okay, because
Yeah.
90% of what you see on X is a lie. But
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, they need him bad. They're missing him for sure. And then how about the Rams though, man? They pull out the victory. Good for them.
the
Fourth
Rams have
quarter
actually been
rally.
playing. Yeah, the Rams have actually been playing good all year. They just had a couple of hard opponents, you know. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I
Yeah,
think the Rams look pretty good actually.
not bad. They had a decent game. I mean, I didn't see Stafford. Let me see what his numbers
He
were.
had a pretty good game. He had a pretty good game if I remember right.
16 for 25, 220. Yeah, not bad. Purdy had a really good game. 3 TDs.
Yeah. There
Mm,
was something that happened at the end of the game where I don't know, somebody got into it on the sidelines after the ball game or something.
mm.
I saw something about that.
Mm, I didn't see that.
Uh, yeah, Williams had 24 carries, 89 yards. Mm. Yeah, Purdy did have a good game.
Yeah, he
But
did.
they need a run game. They need a run game bad.
All right, then
Somebody
we.
somebody has dared show up to my house, and my dogs are going to tear them apart.
Yeah, I hear him a little bit. Yeah, they're upset.
Uh-huh.
Um. All right, then we had Lions at the Cardinals.
Good ball game.
Yeah, Lions pulled it out. Um, and I saw. Let me make sure I'm before I speak about this because I thought I saw. Yeah, Harrison finally had some catches.
Yeah, six
5 45.
receptions or five receptions, 64 yards, and a TD.
Yeah, finally
Uh,
had a good game. Golf had
I
a pretty
mean,
decent game.
God, uh,
Heck,
Murray had a pretty good game. They both threw interceptions.
mhm.
Uh, both teams had a turnover. Lions did what the Lions do. They come in, they dominate time of possession. I mean, they had it almost 37 minutes, to
They ran the ball 43 times. Holy moly.
that's what the Lions do, or that's Dan Campbell football right there, man.
Run and
Go
play
out there,
defense.
run and play defense.
It works, man.
It does work if you got the right personnel for it, it works.
True. You could be like Oklahoma and have a good defense and no run game. That's really good there.
You take
And, anyway, Lions get the win to go 2-1. Then we had the Chiefs and the Falcons, which was actually closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Falcons put up a good fight, but the stinking Chiefs, man,
And it's hard to beat the Chiefs. It's
they're
hard to beat
good.
the Chiefs. You got to beat all their talent plus the referees. It's tough, man. It's hard.
Poor Chiefs, man. They're 3-0 now. I saw there was some stuff about Kelsey though. They were saying he's had a dip. You know, he's dipping. Let's see what his stats were. 4 catches for 30 yards. Kelsey.
Okay, they were having this discussion on one of the football shows that I was watching this morning, and they were showing clips of him, and the guy's still running his route. He's still open. It's just Mahomes ain't throwing him the ball. I mean, they showed like 4 plays in a row where he was standing there open, but Mahomes doesn't come to him. As a receiver, as a tight end, there's only so much you can do. It's the guy with the football over there, or whether he's going to throw it to you or not.
I wonder if
it wasn't
Mahomes.
No. It wasn't because Mahomes didn't want to throw it to him. It's just Mahomes had better options in other places. I mean, it's the way football works. I mean,
okay,
but he did look a little. I don't know what the word is. He looked a little Matt Joneses on the sidelines. Like he was didn't really look like he was excited to be there. Kind of thinking of maybe what he was going to do on his date with Taylor afterwards, maybe, or something like that. He didn't seem like he was really enjoying himself. Now, he didn't get to touch the ball a lot, and sometimes that's what you need as a football player to get pumped up or whatever. You need touches, but it's not like Mahomes was avoiding him or anything. It was just the way that the plays ran or whatever.
Well,
so
I know Miss Mahomes is pro Trump, and Miss Taylor is not. So,
God, I hope that is not the reason.
Riff in the family, man.
Please tell me that is not the reason why, because that would be so stupid. That would be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right. You never know, man.
I don't care. Sometimes. Jason, if we're on a football team together, okay, and you're my tight end and I'm the quarterback, okay, all right. When I drop back for a pass, all right, I'm not looking at you and thinking, oh, that guy didn't like my pound cake the last time he was over at the house. I'm not going to throw him the ball. I go, oh, look, he's open, and I throw you the ball. That's how my brain works. All right.
Yeah.
Now, if Mahomes is such a good quarterback that he can step back and decide that he's only throwing to Harris supporters and not to Trump supporters, then he is a much better quarterback than Chris Collinsworth slobbers all over. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes you got to read the tea leaves, though. You never know. You never know.
I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true.
We're breaking news here. You never know. It's a riff in the family. Anyway. All right, then we went to the Monday night games, man. We got Jacksonville at the Bills, and Trevor Lawrence is not a liar. The Jaguars really do suck.
He tried to tell you last week, and you were still wanting to grow your hair out. You were still wanting to be a Trevor Lawrence fan, and I was trying to talk you off the ledge, and you wouldn't listen to me.
I know it. It's really got me in a bind because it's not living up to it, man. Not living up to it. 178 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Meanwhile, Josh Allen just going crazy, man. Just throwing dimes, 4 touchdowns. He's all over the place.
They
This,
were
this
up.
game
They
was
were up
over
like
by half.
yeah, they were up like 35-7 at halftime. It was like, what in the world is going on? Is this Ohio State playing ULM? What am I watching here? Okay.
Yeah, it was not pretty. What was the score at half? It
This is
was
supposed to this is supposed to be professional football. You're supposed to at least, keep it competitive.
yeah, that was pretty miserable showing by Jacksonville. I'm disappointed. I thought they were going to be better than that this year. They're 0-3. I mean, come on, boys.
Well, I turned on
I'm so,
Cincinnati and Washington. I was watching the other Monday
yeah.
night game.
Okay.
And for some reason it dawned in my head, light bulb came on and I was like, hey, there's another ball game on. All right.
Yeah.
So it goes to commercial. So I flip over and I was like, oh, they must have started this one early. Must be like the third quarter or something. No, it was almost half. And
Yeah.
Buffalo was kicking their tail. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to go back to the Cincinnati game because this is a better ball game. And it
Yeah.
was. The
It
Cincinnati
was.
game was a really good game.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, since Joe had a pretty good game, and then they just can't get over the hump, man. They just can't get the win. You know what I mean?
They can't, man. It's like
Yeah.
they played a really crappy first game. Very crappy first game. Like I was almost ready to jump off the Cincinnati
That's terrible.
bandwagon at that point.
Yeah.
And then their
I,
next two games, they were very competitive in. And I thought, all right, man, they got to get over this hump sometime. No, no,
but the same
OJ.
way that you warned me about Jacksonville, I've tried to warn you about Cincinnati. Same way.
Yeah. Well, I'm
I
still not
don't.
sold.
I'm not
Cincinnati,
sold on
Cincinnati is a good team. Okay, here's the difference. All right. The difference is Cincinnati is a good team. Jacksonville is not a
Hey,
good team.
hey, 0-3. They're both
Yeah,
0-3.
I'm not saying that they're world
They ain't no
beaters or
better.
anything like that.
They ain't no better.
Okay, who wins? You put Cincinnati up against Jacksonville.
Where at?
Give me a break, man. Give me a break. Cincinnati beat them home
Nah,
or away. Home or
nah,
away.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe at
Okay.
home they
Joe
might.
Burrow about to turn the corner and he's about to win like 10 in a row. And everybody's gonna be talking about, oh, Joe Cool and everything. And I'm gonna bring this up about you talking crap about it.
All right. Well, when they finish 7-9, I'll be like, I
They
tried to tell
finished
you.
they finished 7-9. I'll go to Taco Bell and get a 5-layer bean burrito and I will
Oh,
eat it. I will eat it right in front of you. Because I ain't doing what that other guy said he was gonna do.
I started to say, you better not say what I think you're fixing to say.
No, not me.
All right, man. That was all the games, man. We made it up through all of them. Yeah, another good week of football, man. And tomorrow we're gonna have a big day tomorrow because we got picks. So we got college and NFL picks to go through tomorrow. So
Oh man,
be a long show probably.
that's
Uh,
okay.
yeah. So we'll have our SEC picks, and then we'll do our NFL picks, and that's what we'll do tomorrow's show live at 4 o'clock. Anything else before we get out of here?
Your mental health, man. Remember your mental health. National hotline number is 988 1-800-SUICIDE will get you there too. They'll talk to you by phone, text, video chat with you. They are. It's a good route to go. If you know somebody struggling, drop them a line, say hello, invite them out to dinner, invite them over to watch a ball game. If they say they don't like football, change their mind. Something's wrong with that person. You need to get them some help if they don't like football.
Offer them
Yeah.
food.
Offer them food. People love food. Just a
Yeah.
simple hello, how are you doing can do a world of difference.
Yeah.
And it's also September is Suicide Prevention Month, so spread that number around. Tell people about the 988 number. And as my friend Jason always says,
don't do life alone. Don't do life alone. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, check on the people around you too. Just you don't see the signs a lot of times. I mean, that's the thing too. You'll see people that are all happy and it's just they're covering it up. You know what I mean? So make sure you really check on them and find out what's going on and talk to them or give them the 988 number, whatever. But don't do life alone. Don't let other people do life alone either. So, and that's it, man. So I guess I will holler at you later.
All right, man. Peace, brother.
Peace.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.